The 2024 NBA Finals starts Thursday night featuring the Eastern Conference champion Boston Celtics taking on the Western Conference champions, the Dallas Mavericks, who are back in the NBA Finals for the first time since they won it back in 2011. That time they beat the Miami Heat. The Celtics, on the other hand, are continuing their dominant run that they've been on the last 6, 7 years at this point. They were in the finals 2 years ago. We know how that one played out. They lost the 2022 finals to the Golden State Warriors. This time they're back. They're the favorite. They have 2 more years of experience under them, and they've had a really dominant stretch through this playoff run. They're coming off of beating the Pacers, who were banged up, and before then beat the Cavaliers, and they haven't faced, to me, a fully healthy team yet in this playoffs. And that's who the Dallas Mavericks are. The Mavericks have been a great feel-good story in this NBA playoffs, led by Luka Doncic, who has really just been unbelievable in this playoff run. He's averaging almost 29 points a game, 9 assists a game almost, and 9.6 rebounds per game. I mean, the guy is just unbelievable. Made so many big shots. He obviously made the huge step back three over Rudy Gobert to clinch the NBA Finals and to go to the NBA Finals just last week. But Kyrie Irving, in his own right, he obviously off the court, he's very controversial, but on the court, he's also been really, really good this series. Although Kyrie is only averaging a little over 22 points a game in this playoffs, he's making his impact felt in so many big ways in this postseason by assisting, by getting his teammates involved. He seems like he's a lot less selfish than the normal version of Kyrie that we're used to seeing back when he was with the Celtics, even, or with the Nets. And he really seems like he's getting back to being a number two option, which he is at his best at. And that's back when he was with the Cavs, when we won the title there many years ago with LeBron, when he was his number two option. Now he's Luka's number two option. But to me, the thing that's been clear with the Mavericks this year and in this playoffs, and the reason that they are getting to the finals and to me have a real shot to win, I'll get into my prediction later, is obviously because they have Luka and Kyrie. We went over that. But because of their incredible front court play with Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively, those two guys, they got in a trade from Washington a couple months ago, and obviously Lively they got in the draft from Duke. But those guys have made such big contributions. It seems like they finish every lob pass that is thrown by Luka or Kyrie. And I just also on defense, these guys have been shutting down Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns the last round. They have just been playing such great basketball. And it really seems like for the first time in Luka's career that he really has a great core and team around him, which just hasn't been the case. Every year, it seems like it's just been him. And, he did have Kristaps Porzingis a couple years ago, but now he has so many different contributors. Even Josh Green off the bench gives a valiant effort every game. But Derek Jones Jr. has been a knockdown three-point shooter in this series, along with PJ Washington. Both guys have been a little bit up and down, but it seems like once again, every big shot, every moment they're asked to make a shot, they get the job done. They always do it. And it seems like that they really have established, along with Jason Kidd, a great culture in Dallas, and a great culture for the first time, it seems like, back when they had Dirk and Jason Kidd as players. It seems like they've reestablishing Dallas as an elite basketball program for years to come, as Luke is only 25 leading the way. And, they've been great, but the Boston Celtics, although they've had their injuries with Porzingis being out last round, they also have so much depth, and they also have so much experience Al Horford's another guy, another veteran that has been there many times before, hasn't won a title yet in his 17 years, but he's always making big shots. He's always knocking down threes. And they have that tandem at the top with Tatum and Brown, who are really, really good. I've said in the past, in my past videos, is Jason Tatum an elite player? Is he the best player on a championship team? I said that Luka is better than him. This is the time we're gonna find out. They're going toe to toe. Luka's 25, Tatum's 26. This is the future of basketball right here. It's so exciting. Porzingis is back. They have Drew Holiday and Derek White, who are gonna have really high level tasks guarding Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic. And this is just a fascinating matchup. Both teams have star guards and wings, and they both have teams that their bigs make a big impact. The Celtics bigs can hit three-pointers at will, and the Mavs can hurt you in the paint. But getting to my prediction for this series, the Mavericks are the underdog at plus 188. The Celtics are minus 225 in this series. But I actually think that the Dallas Mavericks are going to win this series. I think they're going to win their first NBA championship since the 2011 season. I think the Celtics are going to come up just short. I think this is going to be a fantastic series nonetheless. I think it's going to go 7 games. And if I had to put my money, I'd put it on the best player in this series. To me, that's Luka Doncic to win Finals MVP at plus 210. Jason Tatum's minus 125 as the favorite, but I would go with Luka. I just think this is his series to really put himself at the top of the mountain as the face of the league and as the face of the future of the young, great talent spurt that we've seen in the NBA as of late. But before I go, if the Mavs would win, a couple quick stats and some history. Actually, even at plus 188 as the underdog, they'd be the biggest underdog to win a final since the Raptors won in 2019 when they beat the Warriors. They were a plus 230 on an underdog against the Warriors. And Dallas would also be the 7th NBA team to miss the playoffs the year before and to win the championship the next year. The Warriors did it just back in 2022, so only 2 years ago. The Lakers also did it in the COVID bubble year back in 2020. But also the Celtics are 76 and 20, including postseason wins and losses right now. And there's only been one team that has lost 20 or less games to not win the finals. And that was the Golden State Warriors back when they went 85 and 14 overall. We know how that series played out. The last one is that the Mavericks will become the second worst NBA championship team that has the worst record since the Bird and Magic season many years ago. They right now are 50 and 32 in the regular season, 62 and 38 overall. But the last time we saw a team with under 70 total wins to win a title was back when D Wade was leading the Heat back in 06. They went 70 or 68 and 37. But overall, like I said, I think this is going to be an unbelievable series. I got the Mavs in 7 games. Luka Doncic raising and his level and becoming and establishing himself as the best player in the NBA today.